Hello and welcome everyone to yet another commentated finals, and today we're going to be at the Germany Cologne Regionals, and this is the final, and I'm pretty sure most of you have already been spoiled on the matchup. It is ThinkSaber versus ThinkSaber, the mirror match. So the players that we have for this day are Liu Bo and Theo. As such, I will be referring to them. We have Liu Bo on the left, and he has his little representing offline gaming mat, and Theo on the right with the Royal Paladin t-shirt. So they stand up their Vanguards, and they're both Wingo Brave. And Liu Bo gets the first ride into the Barkle, so he'll be able to start pressuring from, well, he'll be able to start pressuring the Wingo Brave already from next turn, and Theo does not get off the blaster ride, so he won't be pressuring with the Wingle just yet. So, first deals of damage, he has a drive check and ThinkSaber, and let's see, he rides into Blaster Dark, so that does reveal that Liu Bo does play MLB, which we'll see later on, and I'm pretty sure most of you saw it in the coverage as well. So he swings with Blaster Dark, and he lets it pass. There's a Blaster Blade Spirit, the attack goes through, and Wingo Brave's skill goes off to search for a Blaster. Let's see which one he's going to search out. He searches for the Wingle. So Blaster Friend Wingle is an amazing card, and he swings with Liu for 13. He gets the crit, and he uses Liu's skill to call out the Blaster Blade. The Blaster Blade gets plus 3k power, so he's going to be swinging for 12 on 12, which is such a... it just shows how amazing the Liu is, and Theo gets a heal trigger to balance out that early aggression. So that turn just there showed how amazing Liu is in any Royal Paladin deck. It's such an offensive card, and it can really bring out so much in the deck, especially in the early game. So let's see, Theo is also setting up his own Liu combo turn, and he has the Barkle behind the Liu, meaning that the Liu play is going to be actually free for him, because he's going to be able to unflip it whenever he calls the Blaster Blade. So this is really amazing for him. There's a Blaster Blade Spirit to retire the other Blaster Blade, and he attacks for the Blaster Dark, and Liu Bo guards it. He goes 16 with the Liu, and Liu Bo doesn't check any triggers, so he uses the Liu's skill, puts him in the Soul Canvas 1 to search out for Blaster Blade, who will be getting another plus 3k power. And upon the Blaster Blade coming into play, Theo will be able to unflip a damage as well. So he's gonna just shuffle his deck. Let's give him some time. And he hasn't unflipped the damage yet. Hopefully he hasn't forgotten. Let's see if he doesn't forget it. But anyway, the Blaster Blade swings for 12 on the Blaster Dark, who's sitting on 9k. And he guards it with a 5, and I believe now he's missed the timing for the unflip, so that's a bit unfortunate. But anyway, he lets the Blaster Blade Spirit pass, and he gets a draw, and Liu Bo gets the crit, and he does not forget to use the Wingo Brave to search out for whichever blaster he wishes to. So it's a bit unfortunate that he forgot to unflip, because, well, that is a misplay, but if he doesn't notice it and nobody points it out, then, you know, that's how it goes. And he searches out the Wingle once again with his Wingo Brave. Sorry, the Barkle with his Wingo Brave. So that'll be going to his hand, and he'll be able to use it next time to have a perfect field. So, Liu Bo rides into his beautiful Legion rare ThinkSaber, and he gets the perfect Liu field as well. Well, not perfect, but he's got the Liu Bo combo, and he has the Flogel to withstand the Blaster Blade. He's got 2 open countermounts. He'll be able to do quite a lot of things on this turn. So he swings for 16 at the Vanguard. Let's see if he's going to take this one. He does, and he checks a Lola. So now Liu Bo's going to use the 1 Candleblast and put the Liu to Soul to call out a Blaster Blade, which I'm pretty sure he still has left. Yes, there we go, a triple rare Blaster Blade. We don't see too many of those these days, so it's very nice to see that little throwback. So he swings with 11 on the Blaster Blade, or it might actually be 13, and he gets a draw and a PGG in Theo's damage zone, which kind of hurts. But now we have the Blaster Blade swinging with the Flogel boost, and let's see if he guards this one, but it's looking like he's tempted to take it. So yes, he's taking it, and there's another Blaster Dark, so both players do have the MLB, and now Liu Bo is using the Flogel to withstand the Blaster Blade, and Blaster Blade swings again, and this time Theo does have to guard it, because otherwise he is going to lose, and you know, you don't really want that happening at a final match. So that's going to be the end of Liu Bo's turn, and they haven't even stridden yet. Both players aren't even on grade 3 yet, and there's so many effective plays coming off every turn. This just shows the power of the Blaster engine in any Royal Paladin deck, and like both players have chosen to play Think Saver instead of Sanctuary Guard, and I really respect that because I think the deck is still very strong, and they've both shown that throughout this day as they had to go through 7 rounds of Swiss, top 8 cut, top 4 matches, and now in the finals. So Theo has set up his perfect MLB field. We have Blaster Dark swing for 16. Liu Bo checks a Think Saver into damage. That kind of hurts because it's going to hurt his combo plays. Now Theo swings for 16 again. There's a Stride Fodder. And now he's going to use MLB's skill to swing for 22. And Liu Bo's going to be guarding that with, let's see, that's going to be 36, I believe, of his own. Yeah, so it's a 25k shield, so that should be able to guard it, and he doesn't get any triggers, just a perfect guard on Liu, but that will help him next turn. So now Theo is sitting on 12k defense because of MLB's passive skill, well, continuous skill, and Liu Bo is going to Legion his Think Saver Dragon, so he's not striding, he's going to go straight for the Legion and try to close out the game here, because Theo is sitting on 5 damage, he does not have that many cards in hand, so it is possible for him to close out the game right here, right now. So let's see if he can do it. I believe Theo was confirming how many cards Liu Bo has in Soul, but I don't think he has enough for... I mean, obviously he doesn't have enough counterblast for a double restand turn, but he will be getting the 1 restand for sure. So, he's swinging with the Think Saver. Let's see what Theo does. He does have the perfect guard that he drive checked last turn. Let's see, he's considering. He also has a heal trigger, I'm pretty sure, which he would be able to G-guard with. But I think he wants to keep that for later, but let's see what he does. Because obviously he has to guard every single attack here. If he does not, that's going to be the end of the game, and we're going to be going straight into game 2. So let's see what Liu Bo's considering. What Theo's considering, and he's going to go for the G-Guard, and sadly neither of the Royal Paladin G-Guards will be active now because he has no grade 2s on the field, so he has to go for the Dismal, and he can put the effect on either of his Barkles. So let's see, Liu Bo gets a Blaster Blade and a heal trigger, puts all effects to the Vanguard, and because that was enough to go through, we go to game 2.